Hey, everybody. How you doing? It is a wonderful Wednesday, and why not? We've got what? Oh, yeah, we forgot about that. Let's put the counter on. Well, does counter really matter at this point?
No.
I mean, we've got producer extraordinaire Jordan here, and we did hear some disturbing news.
What?
Yeah, about there's some other producer allegedly somewhere they're using extraordinaire as producer. That's as far as I know, that was copyrighted like over a year ago or whatever. So it's a little disappointing that people, they can't find their own titles. Just saying. Jason and Zach are also in the building. Supervisor and the general. That is Jason. He's supervisor extraordinaire. Jason is the general. He does not have a microphone. He's in command always, so he's foregoing. He's letting his subordinates do the work. That is my ACT, SAT watchword of the day, subordinates. Because in high school, I probably would have gone, huh? What? I don't know. But anyways, it's a wonderful Wednesday. Why is it a wonderful Wednesday? Because we're here together. We're here together. It's a sunny day outside. It might be a little chilly. But the biggest reason it's a wonderful day is because we have Valley Converting bringing us the opportunity to enjoy the 9-minute Phill-Up. We can't thank them enough. They are located in the Gem City in T-Town, Toronto, Ohio, and we can't thank them enough for all that they do for the 9-minute Phill-Up. And if you have paper products, it's after the tax season. So a lot of those receipts, maybe you hung on to receipts. You've had receipts for years building up. Get rid of them. Take them up. Get them. They'll take care of them. They'll give them a new
Every
life.
piece of paper has a story. What if that story didn't end when you were done with it?
At Valley Converting, we turn your old paper products into recycled paperboard, continuing the story.
Locally owned and operated in Toronto, Ohio, bringing your paper to Valley Converting isn't just about recycling.
It's about supporting a cleaner, greener future for all of us.
We are here 5 days a week to help you make some green by going green.
And remember,
recycle for your future.
Now, Jordan was wondering, because I kept asking, 1964 Mustang, what's it worth today? So the general may have to hop on one of the microphones because he has a Mustang.
Wait, I never asked that.
You didn't ask it. She was asking. You were asking. I said, could you look up what the value of the 1964 Mustang mint condition would be now? And I looked it up. And since Zach is a big Mustang guy, Jason, you a Mustang guy? You like Mustangs? Cars?
Yeah.
Or the horse? Even if you... Oh, yeah. Good movie. Ford versus Ferrari.
great movie.
Shelby and who was it? Matt Damon? Not Matt Damon. Yeah, right. Yeah, Matt Damon and Christian Bale. Yeah, great movie. Very enjoyable. Frustrating though. Come on, Ford, get out of the way. Let them win the races. What are we doing? So, anyways, in 1964, the Ford Mustang was introduced to the world at a cost of, Zach, any guesses? $20,000. 1964.
Yeah.
$20,000. Wrong answer. You are no longer on our Family Feud team.
Higher or lower?
Oh, much lower.
Really?
Yes. Lower.
2,000.
You're in the ballpark. $2,368.
Wait, what?
1964, the cost of a Mustang was $2,368.
Wow.
Now in mint condition, apparently you can get it between $38,000 and $109,000. Bit of a discrepancy on the mint condition. I guess it's whatever you can get someone to pay for it. So, but one of the all-time great movies. We've talked about it on this podcast before. The 9-minute Phill-Up. Does it technically count as a podcast?
Yeah.
What is a podcast definition? Ooh, look at this. Ooh, there he is. There he is. Can I make it big and show you off?
Yeah.
Look, it was COVID time, I guess.
Yeah, the mask.
There's the Colonel.
Oh, yeah.
Or there's the Colonel. What am I doing? There you go. Getting his Mustang. What year Mustang is that?
It's a 19.
2019. All right. If you don't mind, can we ask how much a 2019 brand new Mustang costs compared to the 64?
Well, I bought that during COVID.
Uh-huh.
After the dealerships reopened.
Okay.
So,
They were giving away cars.
Throwing cars away.
Okay. Here, take this blue Mustang.
I don't know how accurate my
Well, it still would be a lot more, I would imagine. At least,
like 28,000.
yeah. So, all right. So, see, that makes no sense though. You can get a 2019 for 28,000 or a mint condition for 38 at the low end of the mint condition cars. I don't know. Have you ever seen? I'll open this up to everybody. But Colonel, have you ever seen Bullet? Really?
I have not seen it. That's the wrong person to start with.
I haven't either. So
Yeah, it's just going to be a room full of disappointment.
I don't know if I can go on. I don't know if I can go on. This is oh man. You own a Mustang, right?
Yeah. It's out front right now.
I've seen it. It's a nice car, but you haven't seen Bullet. Okay, I have a homework assignment for everybody in the room. You don't have to watch the whole movie.
how long is it?
The whole movie? I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I don't know. I just said you don't have to watch the whole thing. I'm going to give you the short. I'm going to give you the cliff notes. That's what we used to call them when you get them in a book. Now I don't know what the new kids call them when they're in school and they're like, "Hey, we're going to look Google." I think it's called Google. We'll look up the information on the stories. But the cliff notes are Steve McQueen movies called Bullet.
Yep, got that.
He's I can't remember if he's a cop or a private investigator, but he has this Mustang. And the movie, I think it actually won the Academy Award for sound because they have a chase scene in the Mustang through San Francisco, up and down the hills. It is, you feel like you're in the car itself as you're going. Now, you compare it to today's, the sound effects are so much better and all that stuff. It stands up for, it's a great chase scene. It's just like, although the way they edited, I think there was a shot that they did twice and just kind of, I don't know, Bob, we needed 30 seconds right there. And they just, put it in. So anyways, you guys have an assignment. Everybody has to watch the chase scene from Bullet with Steve McQueen. There you go. Okay. I feel better about myself now. Judy checking in right away. Great movie.
Oh.
All right. Charlene, good morning. Bill, watching from New Cumberland. Oh, thank you for checking in from New Cumberland. Awesome. Well, you know what? It's a morning. I gotta ask you guys. We'll go through. Here's a quick look at the days, national days, because it's always fun to do. All right, you have Pathway Day. It's about education. National Banana Day.
Ugh.
Jordan's out on the bananas. Jason,
One every morning.
do you put it in your cereal? Cut it up. I remember doing that as a kid. Like cut them up, put them on top of the Cheerios or
Yeah.
Sometimes
Wheaties.
I don't eat cereal every morning.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Colonel.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Banana.
He's off microphone. I'll just give you the answers. Oh yeah, he says bananas likes them. Bananas low in fat, get a boost of fiber, potassium, and vitamins. Vitamin B6 and C, healthy gram of protein in there too. Jordan, you need no bananas for Jordan. All right. National Bean Counter Day, basically a reliable count a day after the tax season ends, and they've got their feet up having a mimosa. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Must be
Maybe
nice.
not. Or they're going, what do you mean you didn't file? What do you mean I have to do this? So I'll be getting that call later. Bill, what do you didn't do it? Well, you got to fill it out. You got to turn. Okay. National Orchid Day. Who likes an orchid? Jeff Exline, big on orchids. I mentioned orchids. He said, they smell beautiful. And Del Barris, he puts one in his kitchen, loves it. National Health Care Decision Days. Now, I know in November is normally when we get to pick our insurance stuff. This is National Healthcare Decisions Day. You want to plan ahead for those things. So, look at your stuff, make your decisions. Oh, wait a minute. Judy is in Maryland today watching. Judy, thanks for checking in from Maryland. That ties into another day. Hold on, Judy. We'll be right with you on why that ties into another national day. I can't speak today. Okay. I was going to wear them to work today. Decided not to. Decided it might be a little over the top. I was going to wear pajamas because it's National Pajamas Day. You never know. Maybe the bottom half I'm going with pajamas and slippers or something. But it's National Pajamas Day. And again, this ties in more to accountants the day after. according to the National Day calendar. Jason, you have your pajamas on. Zach, the footed Spider-Man pajamas look pretty good on you there, big fella. All right, there you go. Who had, as a kid, did everybody have a pair of pajamas that sometimes we had the feet on them?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. Those your favorites?
I had the ones.
Oh, I had one of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody. You go sliding down the hallway, depending on the floor bottom and the shoe bottom or the footy bottom. I remember going to my Reba, going to see Grandma Reba. Never called her Reba, called her Grandma. Remember Grandma Williams. And she had a house that had hardwood floors all over the place. It was a virtual slide fiasco with me and my brother. Hey, get the pajamas on, let's go. Or socks, and you just knock the hell out of each other going across the hardwood floors and everything. Good stuff. Okay, Maryland is in the show today because that's where Judy is. Maryland watching from Judy today. Amanda checking in. Good morning, watching from Follinsby, first time. All right, let's hear from Amanda. Thank you very much, Amanda. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's kind of a stream of consciousness. We just talk about things. If you have something you want us to talk about, type it in there. We'll talk about it. Follinsby, I had a little bit of a tough time yesterday because I believe there was a water main break.
Oh.
Yesterday afternoon, I went over to work out over at Cinna and Mindset to Wellness. Great gym and spa, and was informed we're not really open because there's a water main break. So hopefully they get that corrected. I would imagine they do. So, but Amanda, thanks for joining in. This is awesome. All right, here we go. Back to Maryland. Judy's in Maryland today. She knew ahead of time, I think, because it is. And Jason, I think you love this. I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. Jordan's big into it. Jeff Exline big into it. And he took it to another level.
Mm-hmm.
As Gordon Ramsay might say, you got to, elevate it to a chef dish. National Eggs Benedict Day. Anybody?
Yes.
You guys nodding at me.
Sorry. Yes. Very good.
We're just talking. Mm-hmm.
It's so good.
Oh yeah.
I think I could drink the hollandaise sauce.
What's that? Say that again. You just eat the hollandaise sauce?
I think it's so good.
Oh yeah. I know my wife likes them a lot, but Jeff, and this is how we tie into Maryland with Judy. Jeff said, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
And he's always cooking up a storm. He never stops. He's always cooking. But
he should make that on Cooking Up a Storm.
Ooh. You could be the guest host. You could be the guest host.
All the sauce. You have to.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
What's Jordan doing over at the end of the table? Drinking the hollandaise sauce.
Wait, that is a great idea.
We should go on. The three of us could go on. And then if we bring Olivia
it could be the
it's a test run for the Family Feud.
The 9-minute Phill-Up clashes with Cooking Up a Storm. Eggs Benedict.
It does, but it would also give. If we have Jeff, because we decided we're going to have a Family Feud team.
Yes.
From Channel. So Jordan's going to be on the team. Jason's going to be on the team. Olivia, myself, and Jeff is what Jordan decided earlier this morning. So that would be could do Cooking Up a Storm and answer fast questions and have a timer and go for the fast money at the end. And whoever wins the fast money gets the Eggs Benedict that Jeff makes.
Okay.
All right. Now the thing that Jeff did with his Eggs Benedict, and back to Judy in Maryland, put lump crab on it.
Yum.
I guess.
Salmon too.
Salmon's
really good.
Salmon on it. Okay. I'm really not one that's gonna order the Eggs Benedict.
I love it. I think it's so good.
A lot of people love it. I just like, okay, yeah. But here's the deal: Lemuel Benedict back in. You gotta give a little information. Just this is where 1894 goes into the Waldorf and orders breakfast, and he orders poached eggs on toast with some bacon, hollandaise sauce, and orders it up. Eggs Benedict. Well, they loved it so much they're like, all right, we're going to replace it. Take the toast out, buttered toast he had. Take the toast out, substitute the English muffin half, and then went with Canadian ham instead of the bacon. But now I guess you can get the ham or the bacon, but the ham. But my question is why? Well, what's wrong with American ham? What's wrong with American bacon?
Canadian bacon is really good.
That was an import. No, those tariffs. How much Eggs Benedict went from $7 an order to holy cow! I would like the I would like the eggs Benedict with American bacon and no English muffins because those are imported too, I think. Yeah, where are you gonna find those? I mean, I'll tell you what, tariffs. I mean, if you're talking about anything, it's tariffs. I mean, it's bananas. And that's the national beginning. Okay, all right.
Great job.
Thank you. Tying it all together, everybody. All right, so those are our national days. Yeah, I mean, seriously though, if you're thinking about the tariffs, is this? I mean, how much could this? All this? I mean, we talk about eggs, and that political whatever political world you live in, whether you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, it doesn't matter to me. I'm not here to make political statements, but if we're like eggs are $7 a dozen now. And everybody gets crazy. Now they're kind of dropping a little bit from what I understand, but maybe, I don't know. But
not at Walmart.
Oh, okay. Let's okay. I'll tell you what, my daughter's in Aldi. She's like, you go to Aldi. And I went with her. I took her, we went back to school. She had to pick up some groceries. She was bing, 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 in and out of there. And then she went, it'll be $34. And I went, she had all that for $34. And I went, okay. And they had like the $5 bottle of wine. I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know about that.
Aldi wine is good.
That's what she said. She said her roommates and her have shared all these bottle of wine and enjoyed it. She's of legal drinking age, so no issues there. I just want to make sure. I don't want anyone thinking my daughter's out there just doing things she shouldn't be doing. Okay, Charlene checks in with the eggs Benedict. Ooh, no eggs Benedict. Fried, scrambled, or boiled are good. I'll tell you what. I like a scrambled egg. I'm a scrambled egg guy's probably. Scrambled egg in an omelet.
Omelet, yeah.
Although I got to say something. I don't mean to take a shot at well, no, I shouldn't do that. I'm not going to do that. I'll get myself in trouble. Nope. But I'll tell you what. I went to a restaurant the other day, franchise deal. A brick and mortar restaurant, a national chain that you might get breakfast at. Got a 3-egg omelet. There might have been a 1 egg in it, and I'm not sure it was an egg. And I was like, wow. And the amount of money they got for it, no thanks. How much do you pay for eggs? I honestly don't know. I am not allowed to go to the grocery store.
The last time I went to the store, they were $7
for a dozen.
Yes.
Wow. Jason?
I don't know where you're
at Walmart.
$4.50 was what and I was down from a couple months ago.
$7 like last week when I went to Walmart.
I'm not sure how much, but I honestly am not allowed to go to the grocery store. I've been banned. It's because apparently it takes me too long. I get chastised because where have you been for 3 hours? Talking to people at the grocery store. Imagine that. It's a 9-minute fill-up that goes 45 minutes a day. So imagine me in the grocery store, people going, hey, but what's going on? I don't know what's going on with you. What do you think about this? Next thing you know, it's an hour conversation. Let's see. Amanda checking back in. I wish I could buy them for that. I pay $11. Wow. $11.
Okay.
All right,
that's
Amanda, we
insane.
need to go out and buy a chicken somewhere. Get a rooster and a chicken. We'll get them all for free. Wow, $11. That is crazy expensive. Yeah, I think it'd be off eggs. It'd be off eggs. Wow. All right. But that's what we're here for. We're here to talk about this stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to say the restaurant's name, but I was like, wow, that is really pretty chintzy looking, omelet. But I'm just saying, again, I don't want to get, we should do, wait a minute. All right, we're checking in on eggs. Charlene is checking in. Dozen eggs, $4.97 at East Liverpool Walmart. So is it good or bad? I can't remember. You said $7? And you were where in the...
We're in Walmart.
Oof. What's going on weird in Walmart?
Maybe it's changed, but last week, like I said, it was last week.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, though. It's kind of like gas prices. When people are like, oh, it's 20 cents cheaper to get a gallon of gas. All right, I got to drive 10 miles to get the gallon of gas. Is it worth the 20 cents? So
for gas, yeah.
If you got to drive 10 miles to go get a gallon of gas, or
unless you have 10 miles left and you can't make it.
That's true. Oh, I'll tell you what, I almost ran out of gas yesterday. It was bad. And usually I have a car now that I'm not exactly sure how much when it says low fuel comes on, how much there actually is left. Like the car that I had before, I'm like, oh, I could drive this thing under the E. I mean, like Kramer and Seinfeld going, no, let's see how far we can go. And I remember a couple times Isabella in the car with me going, Dad, it says 0.0 left for the range. And I'm like, yeah. The gas station's just down the hill, cruise on it. And, but yesterday I was actually like, I have no idea if this thing's going to go boom right now or not. And fortunately, true story, my man Swizz, we went in on a little wager. We had to pick 8 golfers for the Masters. Get 2 from the number 1 pool, 2 from the number 2 pool, 3 and 4. So we picked the golfers. You have to have 4 eligible come the weekend. Have to make the cut to stay eligible to win any money. We did okay. Our 4 guys that are out, they were terrible. They were like, okay, they're out already. It's the first round. Then the second round.
Who did you pick?
Oh, the guys that got eliminated. I think Lucas Glover was one of them. I've forgotten the Sepp Straka.
My brother had Straka.
Yeah. Oh, he was brutal.
Exploded.
Brutal. Right in the first day, it was like whoosh. But now here's my picks that I made. And Coach Swizz and I, it's like, hey Swizz, we gonna pick the guy. I said, you want anybody? And he's like, yeah, what do you think? And I'll pick and he'll go, yeah, that's good. So I'm like, all right, so the 4 that we had, McIlroy, Scheffler, Reed, and Max Homa. And Max Homa was the guy who was like, he better do something or else we're not going to be eligible for anything.
He had a great Sunday.
Had an awesome Sunday. Yeah. So I'm thinking, I've got 3 of the top 4 guys, plus Homa had a great day. I'm in the money. I'm like, I called him up. I'm like, Swizz, I think we're going to win the money. I think we could have won. And he's like, I don't know. We'll see. So then we found out that Mary had been a part of the competition, and she had 8 golfers picked. Every single golfer she selected was under par. She had McIlroy, Rose, Reed, and Im in the top 5. We had 32 points. She had 38, and we were second. She crushed everybody. But back to the gas story. So I'm driving up. I'm on Sunset in Steubenville. I get a swing. I'm like, I have no. And that was the other thing. This is the best part of the story. I get into the car. I'm over at the gym. I'm like, okay, I got to get gas. I'm driving over. I go past, and the fuel thing comes on as I go over. Get there. I'm like, I'll get it on the way out. Just boom, pull right here. The near gas station would be great. Looked in the glove compartment where I thought my wallet was going to be. There's no wallet. No. Then I start checking I'm like checking the glove compartment, checking the little thing in the middle, checking my pockets and stuff. Do I have $1? I just needed just $1. I've got nothing.
Oh my God.
And I'm driving now and I'm like, well, we're going to see what the mileage is on this one. So we drove back. So now I call Swizz. I said, I'm at the light at the bottom of the hill. I said, I'm going to be there. He goes, yeah. I said, am I picking that money up still that you said you had for us that you picked up? He goes, uh-huh. So we split $150 for finishing second. So I come pulling up. He's standing there talking. I'm thinking in the back of my head, just give me the money. This car's going to run out of gas idling here. So I he goes, where are you going? I said, I got to turn around and get gas. I'm going to run out. Turn around, keep pulling in. I'm like, I have no idea how close I was to running out, but I was really nervous for the first time in a long time. I'm like, okay. I walked in, can I get some money? Here you go. Can I get 40? And then it's like, fill it up. Now I feel good about myself. But I think I'm going to have to go to Don Sloan's method of driving a car, the Nacho Man. It's just a true story. We went to Notre Dame. We went to Notre Dame, and he won't deny it.
I've heard this story.
Yeah, we went to Notre Dame, drove up from Steubenville. He's out Hopedale, where we drive out. Every time we stopped, he filled up the gas tank. Every time we went 70 miles one time, and he filled up. I'm like, we just went 70 miles. You just filled up. There's like 3/4 again. What are you talking about? He goes, got to top it off. Got to top it off. He goes, that way you never run out of gas. And then I mentioned it to Swizz, and he goes, yeah, I top it off too. He goes, every time. If I pull in a gas station, Top it off. Unless it's really close to full, I'm topping it off. Me, I said that the other day. I'm like, yeah, I'll do that. When it gets to half tank, I'll top it off. I'm never doing that. It's not my nature. It's like, let it go. See what happens.
And if it's like a long road trip, I'll go down to a quarter tank. And
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
next time we stop. But
Yeah.
I'm just driving around here. I did the same thing as you. I turned on the 22 coming home the other day.
Yeah.
Mine went to the low level light, popped on, and I was like, I think I can We're not that far. I think
I had one. I was driving back from a soccer game. It was raining. My wife was in the car, Marla, and she goes, that's really close to E. And she couldn't see the range anymore. And it was like down to a mile. And we were about 2-3 miles away from pulling off in Zanesville there's like a McDonald's, a Subway, and a gas station there. And I'm literally doing 70 miles an hour in neutral. It's like, it's downhill. We're going neutral. And just kind of cruise to the exit, cruise it. And she goes, you're really not. I said, we got here. There's no problems. Okay. So anyways, we've seen now 28 minutes. We're only 28 minutes. We're early. Sure. This is going to be, okay. So a couple other things before we go. Born on this day, big in Ohio, first in aviation. It's on the license plate. First in aviation. Wilbur Wright, born in 1867, lived to 1970.
That happened today?
He lived till 1972. I had no idea.
Wow.
No idea. So anyways, let's see. Born aviation innovator. Of course, he had his brother Orville and Wilbur Wright. But Wilbur, born 1867, lived to 1972, and they basically first men that flew. Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. There you go. Great scene in the movie The Right Stuff. Anybody?
No.
Anybody? Another homework assignment for you. If you love NASA, test flights, Steve Yeager from West Virginia. They have the airport in Charleston named after him. Great pilot. And of course, he was on all the, what was it? Ever Ready? No. It's like a car battery. Can't remember but he used to advertise stuff. But he was a big part of the story in the movie. And some of the test flights broke the sound barrier. And just amazing stuff, like dinged up his ribs the day before riding a horse, fell off a horse, and he's like couldn't shut the door to the jet to the plane he was going to ride, and he gets his buddy. He goes, I can't get the door down. You got to rig something up for me. So he looks over at this janitor, and he's pushing a broom at the Air Force Base or wherever they were out, Edwards Air Force Base, and he says, and the guy says, "Hey, Mr. Phillips," and I'm like, "I'm in the movie." I was in high school when the movie came out. And he goes, "Can we borrow your broom?" I said, "Sure." So he cuts off the end of the broom handle. And he goes, "You just get in there, put it in the door and wang her down." That's how you get it. So that's how he shuts the door. And then he goes out and breaks the sound barrier. So that's in the movie. But one of the John Glenn from Ohio, just out the road towards Columbus. If you're leaving from the Ohio Valley where we are, in Wheeling, Steubenville, Martinsville, wherever, head out that way. They are John Glenn. That's where he was born and raised. And he talks about in the movie, because when they ask him about being the first in flight, and he just says to imagine being on that sand dune in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, flipping a coin between Orville and Wilbur Wright to get to be the first man that flies. And so it's just a really good, if you enjoy space stuff, if you enjoy the origin of NASA and just the stuff that they did, and you look at it now and you're like, these guys were nuts. It's like they put them in the test flights and it's just like, it's crazy, and just really good stuff. But that brought back that memory, and like I said, just kind of a stream of consciousness here. Amanda joining us for the first time over in Follinsby. Thank you very much. How about Judy down in Maryland today? Oh, did we talk about did we talk about the lump crab?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure we made a big enough deal about that. All right. Then Giovanni Verrazano. Anybody hear Giovanni Verrazano? You
No.
did. You guys, earlier today I was reading and you were like, who's Giovanni Verrazano Bridge?
When you said it today,
yeah, today,
I don't know who he is.
1524, first European to discover the New York harbor.
How would I know that?
I don't know.
Did you know that?
I knew that he discovered New York Harbor.
I
didn't
had
know
no
the date.
idea. I knew
know the date.
nothing.
Yeah,
I don't even recognize
and
the
I've gone
name.
across the Verrazano Narrows Bridge in New York.
He has a bridge named after him?
Yeah, it's a big bridge. I used to go across it all the time.
Oh.
Yeah. The big bridge for me when I was a kid was Tappan Zee Bridge in New York, because that would take me into New Jersey from Connecticut. You go across, from New York into New Jersey, and then I would go down and visit my mom, and that's how we would go. We go across the Tappan Zee Bridge.
What's it called?
Tappan Zee. Then, of course, there's the GW, George Washington, in the big city. Remember, recommendation for you: if you go to New York City, you go to Chinatown.
What about the Brooklyn Bridge?
I've been across it. It's a really neat bridge.
Never been there.
It's a neat bridge to look at. And then I've been across that bridge, and then you go down underneath the bridge, and there's a park. And you actually, I don't know the name of the park, but Mike Drewecki, cameraman with me at Channel 11 in Pittsburgh, PXI, when we go in to cover the Penguins during the playoffs, and they were playing the Rangers in a playoff series. And he said, I've got a perfect spot to go. He was a photographer, television, but he loved to just be a photographer for everything. So he would go places, go all over the country and go and take photos. So he knew this park, and he said, there's a beautiful shot of, you've got the Statue of Liberty, where you have Lower Manhattan right across the water. And this park was sensational. It had basketball courts. They were covered with roofs in this park, and tennis courts, and people could, do all kinds of stuff. It was great. And we went down there, but that park was there. But we went across the Brooklyn Bridge to get there, and it's nice. It's a little history. Yeah. But a recommendation, because I did turn Mike onto this for post-game meals. Chinatown, New York City, Wohops, 17 Mott Street. Mm-hmm. Get the oxtail soup.
Oh,
2 o'clock in the morning, the oxtail soup never hurt anybody.
If there's one thing I'm going to remember from you, is go to Wohops.
It's great. It is. And don't go upstairs. Go to the basement. And it's always cash. It's always cash. Make sure you don't bring the credit card, because they will send you over to the money machine and probably charge you about $74 for each transaction. But yeah, we went there. We went there after a game. He was like, I'm hungry. Where do you want to go? I said, hey, you want Chinese food? He said, yeah. I said, Wohops will be open. Went to Wohops. The next time we went, because that was the last day we were there for that trip, the Rangers managed to force the tournament or the playoff series later until we had to go back to New York. We get done with the next game. You think you're never going to say, let's go to the same place. He goes, can we go back to Wohops? I went, absolutely. Let's go. Can't miss it.
Do they know you there?
Yeah. No, not really. There's new people.
The way you talk about it, seems like they would know you.
First time of the year, I think it was 14 or 15 years old. And I remember there was a guy making the wonton noodles for the soup over on the table across the way. And he was just rolling the noodles with the meat. And I was like, what are they doing? And my mom's, well, Billy, you know what they're making? Wonton soup noodles. It was fabulous. It was tremendous. And go to McSorley's down on 7th, lower, and you can go, outstanding historic bar. Lots of history. You want history, just the walls drip with history in that place. It's really neat. I think every president since Lincoln has been in McSorley's. It's got the swinging doors still and the whole thing. It's pretty cool. So like if we showed up, the 3 of us showed up, you sit down at a table, you go, hey, can I grab a table? Go get a table. And it's usually pretty crowded. So it's like, doesn't matter who you say. There's tables for like 8 or 6 or whatever.
Oh yeah.
You just go sit down. Company, hey, we're company. We're in for the day. And the other you want some crackers and cheese? They'll bring out some saltines and some slices of American cheese. And you get there with your beer and you sit there and talk to the people that are sitting at the table with you, or you don't. Talk to yourself. But it's fun. All right, let's see. We've got another comment. I've lost track.
We gotta go.
Jason and Jordan are they're being troopers today, because I'm just all over the place. All right, Judy was always told that we were distant relatives to the Wright brothers. This is why we do the 9-minute Phill-Up, people.
She's in on everything.
I'm telling you, Judy, she's in on the movie. She's Bullet and all right, Judy. What like distant cousins, or is there? How can we find? Well, we can't use 23andMe. That's because they're going out of business.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Could we dig up the Wright brothers? Get the DNA and just,
Oh my God.
Well, it's that who hasn't watched the detective show and gone, really, they're going to go exhume a body for some stupid reason, like, oh, we're trying to solve a crime. Those are TV shows. Come on, for this is important.
Not for a
Judy could be related to the first men in aviation to go flying.
This is important. No one is digging up the Wright brothers.
For Judy, I would. We're gonna figure that. We're gonna do that. Well, I can't believe Jordan's laughing at me. At least Jason's not laughing at me. He's just over there smiling. He's kind of shaking up and down like he might be laughing, but a little bit.
That would not. I'm sorry, but
How
that
cool would
would
that
not
be, though? How cool would how cool would that be? We have.
I don't think that's
we
how
have a
that
possible
works.
distant relative
I don't think
of
that they.
Wilbur Wright, who went into the first man, one of the first men to go flying. He's born today, and we discover a long lost relative
I
on the
mean, what would
9-minute
you
Phill-Up.
get? Their teeth? I don't think that would work.
DNA in their teeth.
I think you're thinking about it too much.
I was just like a cheek swab, like a bone
It's a
fragment.
bone.
little shave off a little of the shoulder bone or something.
I don't think that's how DNA works.
Well, if you have a bone, there's DNA in the bone. Yeah, absolutely. DNA in anything. You got if I plucked an eyelash.
Okay,
out
but
of my
that's different.
eye,
You're alive.
well, the DNA doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't. It's still there. You're dead. The DNA's still there. I got a story about DNA, but it's no.
We gotta go.
I was my it's a true story. I was trying my late father-in-law. My mom had his ashes. A huge New York Knicks, New York Rangers fan, and I said, Mom, do you have any of his ashes? And she goes, no. I put him. She scattered them, and and I was like. So, Mom, I might be in Madison Square Garden. I could scatter some ashes in Madison Square Garden. His DNA would be in the garden forever.
No,
Yes.
no. There's no DNA in ashes.
Absolutely, there's DNA in ashes.
I just looked it up because I
Don't believe everything.
Dude, that's the internet. Come on, who are you gonna believe? The
Okay,
9-minute
it
Phill-Up
says
guy,
in rare cases it can be extracted from cremated ashes.
Anyway, back to Judy. See, Jordan Extraordinaire is working too hard. Producer Extraordinaire
Well, now
working too
I
hard
want to know.
He's trying to disprove me. We're just having some fun. All right, Judy says probably cousins. That's
Okay,
really
you're right.
cool.
DNA is still in the bone, so maybe it would be worth it to get them.
See, well, here we go. Jordan's in on getting the DNA from the Wright brothers. Judy, we are going to get this taken care of. We're going to prove once and for all. Now I have to figure out where the Wright brothers are buried, and if they would let us break in to do that.
I love how you know of one DNA company that's going under. Your first thought isn't, well, maybe there's another one.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't
Dig up.
I don't think the Wright brothers are on the list, though. They probably, we're going to go get the Wright brothers DNA. See, all right,
I don't know how that.
First, let's do this. Judy, would you be willing to give us DNA so we can go match it with the Wright brothers and find out if you were indeed related? That could be a whole show on the 9-minute Phill-Up.
Phill Phillips investigates.
Bill Phillips beneath the grave.
Beneath the grave, beneath the casket. Yeah. I did say this the other day, and maybe this is saying too much. There was one of the funeral homes was down at the Wheeling Home Show. And the gentleman came through and we were talking. And I said, well, what did you bring? And I think he might have said he had a casket there of some sort, or, just to kind of show it off. Because, people do that now. You go and you can get your, stuff done. It's all set up. I like this one. I'm going to take that. I said, can I take it for test spin?
You did not. You did.
If I'm going to be in there for an eternity until the world ends, I want to be comfortable, don't I?
You said, can I take it?
Yeah, can I take it for test spin? No, I'm not.
What, are you a vampire?
No. But I mean, what if you're like, I really like this casket. It's got all the bells and whistles that I like. But you lay down and there's like a little bump in the.
So
in
you're
the
saying you would
something.
want to try out a casket?
Why not?
Absolutely not. That is so weird. That is so creepy.
Hey, if I
That
have to,
is creepy.
You know how much it costs? You know how much it costs to bury someone these days?
No.
It's
A
insane.
lot, but
It is real a lot. And one of the biggest costs is the casket. Like, $15,000. It's like you're buying a car. Well, I'm not driving it anywhere. It's just sitting in one spot. And if I'm laying on that one spot, there's a little bump. I'm gonna be like, my whole eternity is gonna be on this bump. I mean, hopefully I'll go to heaven or something. That'd be nice. But and I won't be worried about that bump. But I mean, it's kind of like the Princess and the Pea. They put it on the mattress and then she can't sleep in the story. She's like, oh, I can't sleep. There's a pea. 17 mattresses below. What if you had to be on that in the casket?
I don't think about that. All right, we're out of control now.
There you go.
We'll leave it at that.
Could be buried
Bill
in
Phillips
Zach's
uncovers.
Mustang.
Bill Phillips
People have done
uncovers
that.
the grave.
People have buried themselves in their cars.
Bill Phillips uncovers the grave. There you go.
Wow, that would be. It's a lot of work. I don't know if we do that. So, anyways, homework assignments. 2 movies to check out if you'd like. Now, Bullet, great movie. Judy mentioned great movie. Bullet for the car chase scene. Just turn the TV up, listen to it. You can probably find it on Google, find it on the web, and then The Right Stuff if you're into astronauts and flight and everything and all that stuff. So,
And we'll be picking them up.
Jordan is saying, Bill, wrap it up. We gotta go. We have a midday show to do coming up in like a mere 5 minutes. But we've been talking about this. Jason, supervisor extraordinaire Jason, thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah, thanks for
Greatly appreciate it. Oh, anytime. You stop by anytime. When we're here, 10 to whenever. It's never 10
to 11.
It's never 10 to 09. It's 10 to whenever. So we have to thank Amanda for joining from Follinsby for the first time. That's awesome. So I can't and then Judy from Maryland and Charlene from New Cumberland, and we got egg prices and all kinds of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We had some fun. I had some fun. It's always good to laugh a little bit. And when I laugh, sometimes I start to cry. So it's fun. Got a whole thing going on. All right. So we got to remember, though, Valley Converting, got to thank them. And thank everybody again for all the comments and for joining in. Jason, Jordan, thank you. Thank you. And remember the 2 rules, everybody. Have fun and always try your best on this National Pajama Day. While you're having your pajamas on, have some Eggs Benedict.